Today another little project in the kitchen. I was given a bunch of limes just recently, more than I could reasonably use in a short period of time before they start going off. And I don't drink that much gin and tonic either. But anyhow, lime juice cordial. I've got 960 mils of water in there. I've used rainwater from my rainwater tank. I've zested up some limes using microplane. I've got a kilo of just normal white sugar in there, and I've got a bunch of limes. They were about 20 or something like that. I'm going to juice them up, so I've got hopefully about, I don't know, 200 mils of lime juice. Not too worried if it's a little bit more or a little bit less, but about that anyhow. And I'm going to stick in about 120 mils, or the equivalent anyhow, of citric acid. The recipe that I had in my mind used tartaric acid as well as citric acid, but for the life of me I can't get any tartaric acid at Begara or Bundaberg, so I'll just see how it goes with citric acid. So the next step I've got to do is I'm going to go and juice all these limes, see how much juice I get. So I've just got this KitchenAid mixer with a juicer attachment. It's got a little strainer at the bottom here to pick up seeds or pulp and stuff. Not too many seeds, if any, in the limes. I'm up to the last half of the line of the limes. Just going to show you how much juice I've got out of this as soon as I finish this half. That's the amount of lime juice I've got in there, and you'll see in this little collector, collects the seeds, there's quite a bit of juice, so I'm just going to push it through with my finger. Well, I got slightly more than 2 cups of lime juice. There was probably about 20 odd limes that I had. I'm going to use it all anyhow, even though I really only need about 240 mils. Citric acid, I said about 30 mils. That's equivalent to about 30 grams, I suppose, but I need, because I'm making 4 times the recipe, I need about 120 grams of that. This is only 75 grams, and it was probably 2/3 full. I've emptied it out now. That's all I'm going to use, so that's just a rough plug, and we'll see how it goes. I've already put the citric acid in here. I'll put the juice in next, and then I'll just boil it. After I've dissolved the sugar, I'll let it just simmer on a gentle rolling boil for 5 or so minutes to help the essential oils. You'll see some peel in there. From the peel infuse into the liquid. I'll let it stand until it cools, and I might actually let it stand for a couple of days. After that, I'll sieve it to pull out all that lime zest, and then I'll bottle it and we'll see how it is. Give it a taste test. Well, I've let the lime juice cordial sit and take up some of those essential oils and taste from the peel. I have tried to remove most of the peel from the liquid by use of muslin, but that was unsuccessful, so I just used a fine gauge sieve. I've bottled them up now, and you'll see I've probably got slightly more than 1.5 litres. Reasonable colour. Clarity, well, it's still a bit cloudy. I've been moving it around. I don't expect it to clear up perfectly. It still does have some peel in it. That's of no concern, I don't think. Taste, sweet and very tart. It certainly has a lime hit.